Good morning, guest of honor, the Director General, Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, my brother Msangi, the Chairperson, Governing Council, Professor Mbamba, the representative from the Athens Aviation Training Organization, Georgios, I don't know if I have mentioned well your name, the CEO of Aerolink, Tanzania, the members of the Governing Council, National Institute of Transport who are with us today, the all invited guests for this particular occasion. I understand the presence of the members, also the team from the Aerolink, Tanzania, and I understand also we have our partners and stakeholders in the aviation, those from the aviation industry. I recognize your presence. All invited guests, the NIT community, starting with the deans of faculties and the rectors and the head of departments, students from the aviation faculty, members of the media community, once again, good morning. Before I give the welcoming remark, allow me to introduce some of the guests whom we have invited in this particular occasion, which is an occasion for inauguration of NIT, is the EASA Part-66 Aircraft Maintenance Licensing Training Center and Examination Center. First of all, let me recognize the presence of the members of the Governing Council. Tafadhali naomba msimame wazee wangu wawili hapa na waona. Good watatu ya. Good part of which the two members here have been working in the aviation industry, isn't it? You say it's not by coincidence, but I think they have been aware of the aviation industry. Let's also take this opportunity to introduce a representative from NAS, Eliad, where are you? And another representative from the Athens Aviation Training Organization, Podinatiot. Very difficult name, but I'm sorry for that. I'll be used of it next time. And let me introduce also a representative from Coast Travelers, and Mr. Furaha Sanga from TCAA, these are our regulators. Divinity Limo, this is from TCAA also. Let me introduce a representative from KPMG. Two of you, thank you very much for coming. Let me introduce Mr. Edgar Mosha, that is from Aerolink. And my brother, Simama, we ni mwenyeji NIT now, is from Aerolink. Let me introduce representative from the airlines, if you are with us today. Somebody from Precision Air, somebody from Air Tanzania. Yeah, they confirmed to come, but I think maybe they are on the way or they have an apology. Thereafter, let me request the recognition of my deputies, the Deputy Rector Academics and Deputy Rector Planning and Finance. Thank you very much. Let me recognize the presence of the deans of faculties and directors of directorate. Please, can you stand up? From NIT, thank you. Let me recognize the presence of the head of departments who are with us today. You can stand up wherever you are. Let me recognize also instructors from the Faculty of Aviation. Wherever you are, please stand up. Instructors. Yes. All is gold. Guest of honor, old is gold. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think I recognize also the presence of the, I don't know if we have students from aviation. Yeah, one representative I think is more than enough. Also, let me recognize the media community with us. Just wave your hand. Thank you very much for coming. But let me recognize the representative from the fire rescue team or rescue entity. Thank you for coming. Having introduced who are with us today, guest of honor, allow me to give an overview or an opening remark on this particular occasion, like an overview of why we are here today and what NIT it is today. Some of you are new, you are coming for the first time, and if you have come for the second time, but you don't know exactly the progress that NIT has done. Today is a proud and historic moment for the National Institute of Transport. We gather here to inaugurate our status as EASA Part-66 Aircraft Maintenance License Training and Examination Centre, established through the cooperation with Athens Aviation Training Organization, our brother there as a representative, Aerolink Solutions in Tanzania, Madam as a CEO from Tanzania office. This is more than an institution milestone. It is a national achievement and aspiration for Africans, youth, and the Africans citizens at large. NIT remains the only higher learning institution in Tanzania dedicated to transport studies in all 5 modes of transport. We have the DMY chairperson, we have the Bandari College, but for them they are just taking one mode of transport. But for the National Institute of Transport, we are doing the training in all 5 modes of transport. That is road, railway, maritime, aviation, and pipeline. Therefore, in one or the other, we are the only one institution in Tanzania and also in Eastern Africa. This kind of institution, you will never find it in Kenya or in Uganda, dedicated to develop professionals in 5 modes of transport. NIT is accredited by the National Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, that is to provide long courses. That is the authority, the regulatory authority in Tanzania. But again, having recognized that training transport professionals, as we are here today, like the aviation professionals, they need to be recognized internationally. In one or the other, we need to be recognized by International Civil Aviation Organization, that is ICAO, through the TCAA. Therefore, today we are here to celebrate one of the recognition. And you are aware that the EASA is basically the European Aviation Safety Agency. Today, this is a milestone that is NIT is making. NIT, we are providing programs from the master's level to the diploma level. Of course, for a case of the aviation programs, we are doing the bachelor and the diploma, and also the professional course. In this particular case, the cabin crew. Cabin crew is not in the level of the diploma, because for from the regulatory point of view, diploma is a 3 years program. The cabin crew is the certificate program, but again recognized by the International Regulatory Authority for Aviation. Let me highlight the advancement or the investment that the government is making at the National Institute of Transport. A major factor in today's success has been a support from the government through the history project, with an investment of approximately $21 million, which created established a regional center of excellence in aviation transport operation at NIT. Guest of honor, you have witnessed, we have done a site visit, but again, I have requested you to come back so as you have enough time to go through every section of this particular center. This was a 5-year initiative, government initiative, that has transformed our infrastructure and the capabilities. Through this project, we have been able to obtain a state-of-the-art cabin crew mock-ups and the modern workshops, laboratories, and the high-tech workshop building for aircraft maintenance training programs. And also, we have been able to have a state-of-the-art building and the classrooms and the offices that qualifies the international standards. Through this project also we have the state-of-the-art male and female hostels, and also I have the honor to inform you that there is a construction that is going on at Kia. This especially is the aviation hangar that our pilot training, especially the flying part, will be conducted at the Kilimanjaro International Airport. And we expect in 6 months or 8 months to be completed. That is the effort of the government through this particular project. We are utmost honest. NIT made this effort to make sure the development of funding is well utilized. Every dollar that has been given to NIT has turned into visible and impactful infrastructure for a future of Tanzanian aviation industry. We have equipped NIT with the advanced training equipment and the facilities. We have not been able to visit the VMT and the other pilot training facilities, but we are sure that the guest of honor, when you make another visit, we are going to take you through those training equipments. But having a state-of-art training equipment by itself is not enough as per TCAA requirement. You should have a state-of-the-art training equipment, infrastructure, and the personnel. But we are proud today to announce that our personnel has been gone through the training that is recognized internationally, through which 10 instructors have already been trained on the aircraft maintenance, and they have obtained licenses, and the training were conducted at Ethiopia Aviation Academy and in the US. Also, 3 instructors hold master's degree in aeronautical engineering from the Cradfield University, UK, Nanjing University, and aeronautics in China, and the Lincoln Ping University in Sweden. 3 staff members have completed the pilot training in South Africa, and 2 more we expect them to complete December this year. This will make a fleet of 5 pilot instructors in Tanzania, licensed by TCAA, which is recognized automatically by the ICAO. And today we are proud to add a new historical achievement. Through the partnership with the Aerolink Solutions and Athens Aviation Training Organization, under the oversight of Aerolink Civil Aviation Authority, 8 Tanzania instructors have been professionally trained and approved, the first ever EASA approved instructors in the nation, and they are in progress to acquire further certification by attempting 17 modules EASA examination under the Institute's sponsorship. This sets a new benchmark, not just for Tanzania, but for the whole Eastern Africa region. Since the starting of aviation training at NIT in 2015, NIT has produced 121 bachelor degree graduates and 69 diploma graduates in aircraft maintenance engineering. Currently, 112 bachelor students and 44 diploma are enrolled, and they will directly benefit from the EASA Approved Examination Centre that is being inaugurated today. This certifications opens a new chapter. For the first time, Tanzanian students can sit for the international recognized EASA exam locally, lowering the costs, increasing the access, and building the stronger pipeline for a certified engineers. Honorable guest of honor, as you are aware that the aviation industry faces an acute shortage of aviation professionals, including aircraft maintenance engineers. According to ICAO projections, Africa will need 10 of thousands of new engineers by 2040 to support air traffic growth. By producing certified engineers in Tanzania at NIT is directly reducing skills shortage, creating jobs, and contributing to GDP growth through expanded connectivity, tourism, and MRO capacity. This is not only about aviation safety, it is about Tanzanian competitiveness, our economy future, and the pride of our young population. The certification gives our youth a pathway into a global aviation career. Now, looking ahead, NIT will continue to expand its access across Tanzania and the region to invest in aviation safety research. You understand that also we are lagging behind in the aviation research. This being a center of excellence, so as to qualify international to be center of excellence, we have to improve or to equip ourselves to do what we call the research in aviation and also innovation. This is the road we are taking. And adapt digital green technology in maintenance and searching for new partnership with industry to enhance practical training. We appeal to our development partners, the World Bank, European Union, the African Development Bank, ICAO, the East Africa Community CASOA, to build on this process and let us work together. We appreciate the partnership we are having with the airlines in Tanzania, specifically the Air Tanzania Limited and the Precision Air and the Coastal. And here I would like to invite more coming to support and work together so as we can produce more qualified aviation experts. By so doing, I'm sure we'll reduce the operational cost of our airlines. Tanzania has shown that with the resources, it delivers measurable, accountable results. Now it's the time to mobilize further support so that more young Africans can benefit from these opportunities. Honorable guests of honor, in closing, on behalf of NIT, I express my deepest gratitude to the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, also the Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority. The Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, it has not been just a regulatory authority, but it has been a guiding authority. We are marking this progress today simply because Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority chose to have the role of guiding authority instead of just monitoring authority. Together, we are turning investment into impact and opportunity into excellence. With this EASA recognized center, Tanzania stands a model for resilient accountability and youth empowerment in the aviation sector. With these remarks, I would allow also the Master of Ceremony to continue with the other. Thereafter, I will be able also to come back and invite the chairperson of the Governing Council to come and address the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director. Now, it's time now welcome CEO from Aerolink Solutions Tanzania. After that, I welcome again Director, so that he can invite the chairperson of the Governing Council. Can we put our hands together again for CEO of Aerolink Solutions? Okay, I'm sorry. Let us start with the CEO of EASA Aviation Training Organization. Grace Wilson.
Okay, since we are in aviation sector, I will speak aviation language for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. We have completed all checks, approvals, received clearances, and I'm happy to say our flight together begins today. Distinguished members of the government, members of the European Committee, TCAA excellencies, esteemed representatives of NIT, Aerolink team, and honorable guests, it is with a great pride and respect that I stand before you today to mark the beginning of an important milestone in our shared journey, a new chapter in aviation education for Tanzania, a journey that began over a year ago, an initiative first set in motion by Aerolink, which grew through a shared vision, perseverance, and collaboration between Athens Aviation Training, Aerolink, and National Institute of Transport. Today, this vision takes flight as we officially launch our joint program for EASA module examinations here in Tanzania. This is more than just an academic operation. This is creation of a bridge between Africa and Europe, a bridge of knowledge, opportunity, and excellence. For the first time, Tanzanian students who have access to European standard aviation education, validated under EASA Part-147 regulations, without having to leave their homeland. Through this partnership, we are not only transferring technical expertise, we are transferring confidence. Confidence that the next generation of Tanzanian engineers and aviation professionals can compete and thrive in the global aviation arena. We at ATO are deeply honored to stand alongside with Aerolink and NIT institutions that share the same values of integrity, quality, and commitment to human development. Together, we are setting a new standard, one that aligns with the national vision for industrial growth, education, and international recognition of Tanzania's aviation sector. As we embark on this new chapter, let us remember, this is just the beginning. The launch of the EASA module examination is not our destination. It's our takeoff point. It lays the foundation for future advanced type trainings, skill development, and employment pathways within Africa and beyond. Let us continue to invest not only in aircraft and facilities, but in people, education, and in visions that can truly take off. Together, we are building not just aviation professionals, but the future of Tanzania in the skies of tomorrow. Before I close, I would like to extend my appreciation to Aerolink team for the initiative and continued partnership, NIT for the trust, collaboration and vision, Hellenic Civil Aviation Authority for the guidance and alongside, and our teams for the dedication and commitment and professionalism that made this collaboration possible. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, representative from AATO. Now, before we hear from the CEO of Aerolink Solutions, may I welcome the Chief Technical Officer, Mr. Tito, please, for the few remarks, and then we'll hear from the CEO. Can we put some hands together for Mr. Tito? Honorable guests, the Director General of the Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, Honorable Rector of NIT, distinguished EASA representatives, you are too many to mention, industry players and partners, students, esteemed guests, and media members of the media. Good morning. I stand before you today deeply humbled and honored to speak. This is a journey that started a couple of years back as NIT was only envisioning this as a dream, to have a center of excellence. So I felt need today to just relive this nostalgia as under the leadership of the then Rector, Professor Mganiwa, who envisioned the dream. We have our Honorable Rector now, who was also part of the team who took the time to sit with us, listen to us, and believe in the dream. Mr. Rector, you gave us one incentive that still strikes me as the initial team that we came. This was about 6 years ago before this happened. You told us to make this happen, we had to first target an achievable and deliverable item. So we went back, and I'd like to also recognize one gentleman. Usually the people who do the most heavy lifting are usually the ones who are not most recognized. So Dr. Mgeni, maybe if you can just stand up. I would like to say this gentleman, when we came around that time and we were given that instruction by the rector, we went back to his office and we started to strategize to build this dream. Then the buildings that we've had a privilege to tour are not buildings. He only had the blueprints of what was to be built in his hands. We walked through, he pointed to us with our CEO, who was there with us, and he helped me to be able to convince her to also believe in this dream. Hence, we took on the task to start investing so that we can see it pay dividends today. So as a proud African aviation person, I feel very proud of this moment. Establishing this today, and to the press and to the media and to the members and development partners, it might look like it's an easy feat, but if it was easy, everybody would have done it. NIT still stands and remains as the one and only beacon of light within the region. This is an important feat to be celebrated, and we need to stand on top of every rooftop to shout this out. The impact of what this will make will only be realized in the generations to come, because it will transform the aviation space, creating and making the region a hub of qualified, deeply and urgently needed aviation experts in the world. Again, however, I felt I could not leave this day pass because we have the opportunity to have some of our development partners. I don't know if the EU business group has also been recognized. I believe I would like to recognize Madame Frida from the EU business group. This is a very instrumental group in terms of sourcing and ensuring that direct investment from Europe is properly utilized. So this is an opportunity to see with your own eyes what accountability, good use of resources, and not just good use but in a sustainable way is being achieved. So I hope you can send this message back to ensure that the right support is channeled to the right teams, and initiatives like this are not just broadcasted as success stories, but are also developed, encouraged, and mobilization is in place so that we can support our own to build our own. Thank you. Finally, our work is not finished. High standards must be a two-way street. Just as EASA demands uncompromising excellence from us, I'm sure in a bigger level, guest of honor, you will be feeling this more. As much as they demand from us excellence, I'm sure through TCAA they're demanding more. However, we call upon EASA and the European Union to match the standards that they set.
We urge them to ensure that all EASA-affiliated activities in African soil uphold the same rigor and ethics expected of us. There should be no room for double standards. It is disheartening to see any EASA-linked entities operating in uncontrolled environments or cutting corners such as unethical practices, undermining very safety and integrity that EASA stands for. Today, in a celebratory moment, we implore our partners in Europe, hold everyone at the same high bar, support those who do things the right way as we have, and categorically condemn any who compromise ethics or safety. For quick gains, let us ensure that EASA standard remains an exception and a gold standard anywhere. As we know that the ongoings and a lot will be spoken for, I will reserve that for the future speeches. Our CEO and the technocrats will speak about them. I know as people we've heard about the EU and the safety list and all this, we would like to request that the purpose that this happens is not that all in Tanzania it is a black hole and not everyone is doing well. We have exemplary airlines, we have exemplary institutions that you're seeing here. So when a blanket list is put in place to put everybody in the same boat, it gives us a challenge. So the challenge to the EU is for the same oversight. As you oversight everyone and as you see we are doing the correct things here, do not, excuse my French, allow the vulture companies who will come as well for the same EU to undermine the standards that NIT is putting. So within the region, it should not only be as the same standard as what we're seeing here, but even better. So this way, we will help develop the place. So do not water down the efforts that have worked so hard to be brought into place. Finally, the team at Aerolink. I know you are watching me live. This team that has come is just a smaller group. We are part of a bigger group. We are young professionals, just a technical team, bringing a combined experience of over 60 years in aviation, diversing from African airlines, Middle Eastern carriers, to even the aviation manufacturers, which is born within our own technical team. We also have advisors and we have our own investors. I would like to thank you for your perseverance, for believing in the dream. So far, Aerolink has invested to the tune of up to €250,000, which has been injected to be able to facilitate and to be able to be here today. We continue to invest because we believe in the strength of mobilization between PPP and government. However, our impact is only minimal, or it is only a drop in the big ocean. And when we come together, even as development partners and as government, to raise to this call, the impact and the accessibility of these trainings will be felt much further. So in closing, I want to celebrate the visionary leader who made all this possible, Engineer Edith Kisamo, our CEO and our leader. She dared to dream when others doubted. It was her bold, fearless leadership that lit the path that we follow today. So long before it became a reality, Edith, your courage, foresight, you inspire the entire generation of aviation. On behalf of Aerolink and everybody who partnered with us, we'd like to say thank you. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the CEO of Aerolink. Thank you.
We put some hands together for Engineer Edith.
Leo hotuba yangu nitasema kwa Kiswahili, and you have to excuse me sometimes because nataka Watanzania waelewe tunachokienda kukizungumzia siku ya leo. Mheshimiwa mgeni rasmi Salim Ramadhani Msangi, mkurugenzi mkuu wa mamlaka ya usafiri wa anga Tanzania TCAA, ndugu Engineer Dr. Prosper Mgaya, mkuu wa chuo cha NIT, waheshimiwa viongozi wa bodi ya chuo cha NIT, waheshimiwa wakilishi kutoka EASA, Benki ya Dunia, KPMG, European Business Group. Ninatambua uwepo wa wakilishi wa ubalozi wa Umoja wa Ulaya na wa Ugiriki, ndugu zetu kutoka Athens Aviation Training Organization ATO, wakiongozwa na mkurugenzi mkuu Mr. Georgios Samitos, ndugu wageni waalikwa, wanafunzi, wanahabari na wadau wote wa sekta ya anga, Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Habari za asubuhi. Awali ya yote, namshukuru sana Mwenyezi Mungu wingi wa rehema kwa kusimama mbele yenu leo. Ni heshima kubwa sana kwangu, si tu kama mhandisi wa ndege bali kama binti wa Kitanzania. Kwa historia fupi, mimi nilianza safari yangu katika chuo cha Regional Aviation College ambacho kiko hapa Dar es Salaam, kiko Terminal 1, na baadaye nilipomaliza kufuzu masomo yangu nilipata kazi, ama wanafunzi wote tulipata kazi katika kampuni ya Kizalendo Precision Air. Na baada ya hapo, lengo langu kubwa, yani malengo yangu, my dream, nilikuwa ninataka nifanye kazi kwenye ndege kubwa. Kwa hiyo wakati huo nilipokuwa pale Precision nafanya kazi, pia ni ndege kubwa lakini nilikuwa nataka zile ndege kubwa zaidi. Niliweza kuapply katika kampuni ya kimataifa ambapo nilipata kazi ya Swiss International Airline kama fundi wa ndege, ambao that is mechanic. Nilifanya nao pia kazi, lakini wakati ule direct maintenance walikuja waliniona, kwa sababu Swiss International Airline walikuwa tuna maintain Emirates, Swiss yenyewe na South Africa. Lakini direct walipokuja waliniona, wakanichukua, tulikuwa tunafanya kazi ndege za Qatar Airways. Na baadaye direct waliona umuhimu wangu, wakanisomesha hichi tunachokiongelea leo, EASA, ambayo tulianza na modules Part-66 B1. Nilipomaliza nikafuzu, nikapata leseni without type rating. Pia wakanipeleka pia kusoma the type course, ambayo nilisomea type course. Nilianza na Airbus A320 series ambayo ni 318, 319, 320 na 321, na engine V2500 na CFM56. Na hapo ndipo nilipotangazwa kuwa mwanadada pekee wa Kitanzania mwenye B1 license ya kimataifa EASA. Masomo niliendelea kwenye leseni zangu, nilizidi kuendelea, niliweza kujaza ndege nyingi, Boeing 737, NG, Zoda 600, 700, 800 and 900. Kuendelea na makampuni mengine, nilizunguka duniani. Nilienda kufanya kazi kwenye makampuni makubwa ya kimataifa, lakini niliona kwa macho yangu changamoto ziwakabili vijana hususan wa Kitanzania katika kundi la wanawake wanatamani kufika viwango vya kimataifa katika taalamu hii ya anga. Safari hii haikuwa rahisi kwangu. Kulikuwa kuna milima, mabonde, siku nyingine nilikuwa nalia na nikiona vitu naona kwamba nimeshindwa, lakini nilijitia moyo kwa sababu nilikuwa katika unapoona ndege kubwa inakuja, afu ni wewe mwenyewe engineer unabidi ufanye maamuzi ya kusaini, kwa sababu wakati ule nilikuwa ni mdogo afu ni mwembamba, nikisimama kwenye Emirates kija tena ndege liko kubwa kuliko hata mimi mwenyewe. Sasa labda naanza kutuhangaika, lakini nilipata usaidizi. Kulikuwa kuna watu wanaweza kuelekeza, na mimi mwenyewe nilitia bidii sana. Lakini katika changamoto hizi zilizonipa motisha kuanzisha Aerolink Solutions Tanzania Limited, kampuni iliyoasisiwa na imani moja kuu kwamba mustakabali wa anga ya Afrika lazima ujengwe na Waafrika wenyewe kwa viwango vya kimataifa hapa nyumbani Tanzania. Na tunapoelekeza macho yetu angani, tunaona hatufundishi wahandisi pekee, bali tunaihandisi Tanzania ya kesho. Leo ndoto hiyo imekuwa timilifu. Tunaonekana duniani nzima kupitia ushirikiano wetu na Athens Aviation Training Organization ATO. pamoja na uungwaji mkono wa serikali ya awamu ya 6 chini ya mama yetu Dr. Tanzania Suluhu Hassan kupitia taasisi zetu za NAT na TCAA tumeandika historia mpya. Kwa niaba ya Aerolink nawashukuru sana Dr. Prosper Mgaya pia na Dr. Mwageni na watumishi wote wa NAT. Asanteni sana. Leo hii tunajivunia mambo yafuatayo katika sekta ya anga Tanzania. Kwanza, kituo cha kwanza kabisa cha mitihani cha EASA Part-66 nchini Tanzania kiko hapa NAT. Pili, wakufunzi 8 wa Kitanzania kutoka hapa NAT kupitishwa rasmi na mamlaka ya usafiri wa anga ya Ugiriki TCAA na kuwa walimu wa kwanza wa EASA walioidhinishwa katika ukanda wa Afrika Mashariki. Haya si mafanikio ya taasisi pekee, bali ni ushahidi wa kile kinachowezekana pale tunapowekeza katika uwezo wa Watanzania. Wajibu wa Aerolink umekuwa ni kujenga daraja, kuunganisha utaalamu wa udhibiti wa anga Ulaya na uwezo wa ndani wa Tanzania, tukitafsiri kanuni ya kimataifa kuwa fursa za maendeleo ya kitaifa. Mafanikio haya yanalingana na moja kwa moja na dira ya Mheshimiwa Rais Samia Suluhu Hassan, hususan uwezeshaji wa vijana, mageuzi ya viwanda na uchumi wa kidijitali. Yanayolenga pia mpango wa Benki ya Dunia ya Human Capital Project unaosisitiza kwamba uwekezaji bora ni zaidi ni katika watu. Tanzania ni nchi iliyobarikiwa na idadi ya vijana kwa 65% ya Watanzania wako chini ya miaka 25 kupitia sensa ya mwaka 2022. Wakiwezeshwa hawa vijana kwa ujuzi sahihi, vijana hawa ndio watakaolinda usalama wa anga letu na kuinua uchumi wetu. Kupitia mradi wa East Africa Skill of Transformations and Regional Integration Project EASRIP wenye thamani ya dola za Marekani milioni 21.25, serikali ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania imewekeza katika miundombinu ya kisasa hapa NAT na tumeiona, ndio maana tunawashukuru sana NAT, mmefanya kazi nzuri sana. Na Aerolink imehakikisha kwamba uwekezaji huu hauishii tu kwenye majengo, bali unawekeza katika ubongo wa kijana Mtanzania. Kwa ushirikiano wetu kutoka Umoja wa Ulaya, Benki ya Dunia, Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, European Business Group, uwepo wenu hapa ni ishara ya imani yenu katika Tanzania. Mnathibitisha kwamba ushirikiano kati ya sekta binafsi na ya umma mnaweza kubadilisha nchi na kuleta maendeleo. Kwa East Africa Community Civil Aviation Safety and Security Oversight Agency, mnathibitisha tena dhamira yetu ya kuendeleza uunganishaji wa mafunzo, leseni ya usalama katika kanda ya Afrika Mashariki. Pamoja tunaweza wa ndugu zangu kujenga soko la umoja la anga la Afrika Mashariki lenye ushindani, ufanisi na ubora wa kimataifa. Tunaweza. Dira ya muda mrefu ya Aerolink inazidi mafunzo pekee. Kupitia mpango wetu wa Mawingu Aviation Group, tunajiandaa kuanzisha kituo cha matengenezo na ukarabati wa ndege MRO cha kimataifa kitachotoa huduma bora duniani zikitolewa na wataalamu wazawa wa Kitanzania. Tunadhihirisha kwamba viwango vya kimataifa haviwezi kupatikana kwa kutegemea wataalamu kutoka nje, bali kwa kukuza uwezo wa ndani. Huu ndio msingi wa kauli yetu, tunasimamia usalama leo ili kuhakikisha mustakabali wetu kesho. Kulingana na takwimu zilizopo, shirika la usafiri wa anga duniani ICAO, bara la Afrika litahitaji zaidi ya wahandisi 55,000 wa matengenezo ya ndege kufikia mwaka 2040. Kwa sasa Tanzania ikiwa ni kituo cha mtihani na mafunzo kinachotambuliwa na EASA, tumejiweka si tu kama washiriki bali kama vinara wa mageuzi ya anga Afrika. Hii inalingana na ajenda ya 2063 ya Umoja wa Afrika, Global Gateway ya EU Africa, na wito wa dunia ya kukuza uchumi kupitia uwekezaji katika ujuzi na rasilimali watu. Kwa kila mwalimu, kila mwanafunzi na kila kijana aliyeota kufikia anga, basi hotuba hii iwe ujumbe kwako. Asili yako haipimwi upeo wa ndoto zako. Moyo wako, bidii yako na imani yako ndiyo injini ya mafanikio yako. Leo tunasimamia juu ya mabega ya wale waliothubutu kuota. Kesho itakuwa ni vijana wataofundishwa leo na wahandisi tutaoandaa wataobeba bendera yetu ya Tanzania juu kwa mbawa za ndege duniani kote. Kwa serikali ya Tanzania, TCAA, NIT, ATO na HCAA na wadau wote tunawashukuru kwa kuamini kwamba uwezo wa ndani ndio uti wa mgongo na uhuru wa kweli. Leo tumeandika sura mpya katika historia ya anga Tanzania. Sura inayothibitisha kwamba pale maono yanapoungana na ushirikiano, anga si kikomo, ni mwanzo tu wa safari yetu. Pamoja tutamulika penye giza. Asanteni sana. Mungu ibariki Tanzania, ibariki vijana wake na ibariki roho ya kujitegemea itayotuinua juu zaidi. Asanteni kwa kunisikiliza.
Thank you very much. We are going to hear now from the Chairperson of the Governing Council, and I welcome Director, National Institute of Transport, Engineer Dr. Prosper Mgaya, to welcome the Governing Council Chairperson.
Thank you. On the aviation industry, please set your seats on the upright position, fasten your seat belt, ready for takeoff. It's my pleasure to welcome the Chairperson, Governing Council NIT, Professor Mbamba, please.
The guests of honor, Director General of Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, Salim Sangi, Rector of the National Institute of Transport, Dr. Prosper Mgaya, distinguished members of the Governing Council, Deputy Rectors, a representative from European Union Aviation Safety Agency, representative from Athens Aviation Training Organization, Georgios Samiotis, representative Aerolink, members of aviation industry, invited guests, academic staff, students, ladies and gentlemen. Few minutes to noon, therefore I say good morning. On behalf of the Governing Council of the National Institute of Transport, I am deeply honored to welcome you all to this momentous occasion, the inauguration of National Institute of Transport as an European EASA Examination Centre for aircraft maintenance engineering. This is indeed a historic milestone, not only for our institution, but for the aviation sector in Tanzania and the region as a whole. I wish to express our profound gratitude to the guests of honor, the Director General of Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, for graciously accepting our invitation and taking time from your demanding schedule to grace this important event. Your presence here today underscores the commitment of TCAA in advancing the aviation sector in our country. Allow me to acknowledge and comment recommend the comprehensive presentation by the Rector, who has outlined the journey that has brought us to this proud moment. The Rector's speech has highlighted the substantial investment made by the government of the United Republic of Tanzania in establishing the Center of Excellence for Aerospace Transport Operation at NIT. This strategic investment has been instrumental in transforming our institution's capacity and capability, ultimately enabling NIT to attain the prestigious status of EASA Examination Centre. The government commitment to the developing world-class aviation training infrastructure demonstrates its vision for positioning Tanzania as a regional hub for aviation education and training. We are grateful for this investment, which has equipped us with state-of-the-art facilities, qualified personnel, and the necessary system to meet the international standards. As the governing council of the NIT, I wish to make a solemn commitment before distinguished gathering. We pledge to provide unwavering oversight and strategic guidance to ensure the effective operation of the Center of Excellence for Aerospace Transport Operation, and specifically the EASA Examination Centre we inaugurate today. The Governing Council recognizes the achievement comes with great responsibility. We shall remain vigilant in our oversight role to ensure that NIT continues to be a center of excellence that the nation can be proud of, producing highly skilled and competent aircraft maintenance engineers who meet global standard. As you know, I'm not the guest of honor. Therefore, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite the esteemed guest of honor, the Director General of Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, to officially inaugurate National Institute of Transport as the EASA Examination Centre for Aircraft Maintenance Engineering. Please welcome.
Chairperson of the Governing Council, Director of the National Institute of Transport, distinguished representative from EASA, TCAA, Athens Aviation Training Organizations, Aerolink Solutions, industry stakeholders present, members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. I am honored and indeed privileged to have been invited as a guest of honor to this momentous and important occasion, marking the official inauguration of NIT EASA Part-66 Aircraft Maintenance Licensing Training Center. First, let me acknowledge the efforts and the commitment by the government of the United Republic of Tanzania in promoting skilled personnel for aviation industry development. Through the World Bank funded EASTRIP project, an investment of USD 21.25 million has been channeled into NIT, enabling the establishment of a regional center of excellence in aviation transport operations. This investment have delivered state-of-the-art facilities, as we all have seen this morning, the modern training equipment, and enhanced instructors capacity building. Beyond infrastructures, They reflect the World Bank's Global Human Capital Development Agenda, which is to strengthen skills, institutions, and opportunities for young Africans. This foundation has made today recognition by the EASA possible and positions NIT as a hub for skills that will serve Tanzania and the region for generations to come. Let me speak a little bit of what TCAA as a regulatory entity conducting oversight to different training organizations have done. As aviation regulator, Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority has the responsibility to ensure that training institutions, including NIT, and the aviation professionals are there to the highest international standards and the national standards on safety compliance. TCAA has worked closely with NIT in reviewing different curricula, approving different programs, and in monitoring adherence to regulations that meet global benchmarks. Ladies and gentlemen, this recognition by EASA is a testimony that our oversight systems are robust and aligned to international aviation safety standards. Even in the face of the challenges that, such as EU air safety list decisions last year, TCAA has demonstrated resilience by accelerating corrective measures, strengthening regulatory frameworks, and maintaining open dialogue with our development partners and international bodies. During the ICAO Universal Safety Audit Program in 2017, the United Republic of Tanzania scored 67.3%, which by then was above the global average. And this emphasizes our strong foundation and commitment. We are working further to raise this performance through continuous improvement, capacity building, and enhanced oversight tools. For your information, Tanzania is going to be audited once again in the same ICAO USWAP program next year in April. And with that, TCAA remains committed to provide continuous guidance and ensuring that NIT sustains its status as a regional center of excellence in aviation training. Let me turn into what this event today portrays in terms of its policy significance. This milestone today reflects the alignment of the government policy, regulatory oversight, and institutional capacity. It directly supports the national transport policy, the national skills development strategy, and the Tanzanian Vision 2050 by enabling the training, examination, and the licensing of aircraft maintenance engineers who are globally competitive. It also strengthens Tanzania's ambitions to serve as a hub for air transport, maintenance, repair, and overhaul services, and aviation excellence in the region. Importantly, this aligns with regional efforts under the East African Community Civil Aviation Safety Security Oversight Agency, or rather CASOA, where harmonization of training and licensing standards is a critical step towards greater efficiency and safety integrations across the East African partner states. The task before us is to build on this achievement by nurturing a strong pipeline of competent professionals who uphold the highest standard of safety and professionalism. I am pleased, as the Director General of Civil Aviation in Tanzania, to announce that Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority had approved National Institute of Transport, the Faculty of Aviation Technology, to conduct training in the areas of pilot training, aircraft engineering training, or rather AME, flight operations and dispatcher training, and cabin crew training. All this has been approved. With these approvals comes with responsibilities to ensure that the training infrastructures is fully equipped to deliver high quality and competence-based training. This includes facilities such as swimming pool for cabin crew training. We saw it this morning. A flight operations planning room with all necessary tools and equipment, and the initial pilot training simulators that meet international and national standards. These facilities are critical to ensure that all students gain practical experience and are fully prepared to meet the rigorous demands of the aviation industry. Furthermore, NIT must ensure it has enough competent instructors across all training programs. Qualified instructors are the cornerstone for effective training and the key to achieving NIT mission of becoming a global hub for aviation education. Again, with the government investment in modern aircraft such as Airbus 220, Boeing 787, Boeing 767, there is an opportunity to expand simulators-based training. Currently, much of this training is conducted abroad, which is costly and limits the development of local capacity. That is why we want to bring all this home through NIT. By expanding local simulators training, NIT can provide world-class practical experience, reduce reliance on foreign facilities, and ensure that competence and assessment-based training are fully implemented. I call upon NIT to continue collaborating with industry partners, investing in advanced training infrastructures, and delivering high-quality programs that will equip our students with the necessary skills and knowledge and professionalism required to excel in the aviation sector. NIT should also look forward to expand its research across East Africa and invest in research and innovation to meet the dynamics and demand of this industry. I also calls for a greater mobilization of resources. All these require resources and technical support from our development partners, including the World Bank, the European Union, the International Civil Aviation Organization, or rather ICAO, and our bilateral friends, so that Tanzania can accelerate the reforms, address the identified safety gaps, and be fully restored to a global confidence. Now, to our students who are represented here, and others who are not here, but the message will cut across. You are the future of this industry and the true beneficiaries of this milestone today. You now have access to opportunities that previous generations could only dream of. Take the full advantage of them, commit yourself to excellence, and always remember that safety, compliance, integrity, and professionalism are core pillars of aviation. In closing, I wish to congratulate NIT, Aerolink Solutions Tanzania, Athens Training Organizations, the Hellenic Civil Aviation Authority, EASA, and all partners who have made this milestone possible. Together you are taking bold steps towards making Tanzania a true center of aviation excellence. At TCAA, we reaffirm our commitment to providing effective regulatory oversight to safeguarding Tanzania's reputation and to harmonizing training and licensing with our regional and global partners. It is now my great honor as the Director General of Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority to officially inaugurate NIT as EASA Examination Centre. May this be the beginning of even greater achievement of our nation Tanzania. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Nashukuru kwa kunikaribisha.
Basi nikamwomba Chairperson of the Governing Council pamoja na mkuu wa chuo tuelekee sasa kwenye banda yetu pale ili tufanye the official inauguration. Can we go there so that we can do now the official inauguration? 1, 2, 3. Let us do it. Naomba makofi mengi. Sasa tupige makofi. Yes.
Chuo cha NIT kama chuo cha mitihani kwa EASA, na hii ni achievement kubwa ambayo Watanzania wote tunapaswa kujivunia kwa siku ya leo. Asante sana.
Karudi kuketi. Naomba tuende kupiga makofi mengi. Officially now NIT is Tutakuwa ukifika unampa mkono, tuanzie wapige picha, tuanzie huku, tuanzie kule. Wapige picha, anapokea kwa mgeni rasmi, tuanzie wanatokea huko. Basi tuanze kumpa mkono mwakilishi wa AATO, then rector utapokea zawadi ya kutamalizia kwa Governing Council Chairperson pamoja na CEO wa Aerolink. Asante sana. Bakari Ngumbe. Bakari Ngumbe, honesty inajiandaa. Tutakuwa tunaangalia pia kamera tupate picha nzuri. Instructors tupokea, tazama pia kamera tupate picha nzuri. Asante. Yes, tumalizie mikono kwa Governing Council Chairperson pamoja na CEO wa Aerolink. Samuel Oforo. Instructor tukifika hapa tutazame pia kamera, tuko tunapata picha nzuri kwa unapokea zawadi yako. And then we have Gideon Amani Mares. Gideon Amani Mares. Ayubu. Castro unajiandaa, Castro unajiandaa kwa baada ya hiyo. Castro Makame, kwa unajiandaa Makame Hamad. Yes, Makame.
Ngoja tu wamalize wao tutamalizia. Ngoja wamalize wao Aerolink tutamalizia. Kwa wanafunzi.
Thank you very much. Aerolink together with AATO, they have already, they have also prepared gifts for those Aerolink pamoja na AATO. Okay, wanafunzi wote waliosoma hii course. All the students please. All the students please. Wanafunzi wote.
Kwa nini usichukue tukapiga foto? Usichukue nafasi. Washike tu. Ngoja tuwashike kwanza picha pamoja.
Watazishika na kupiga picha pamoja. Wanafunzi wote naomba ukamata tupate picha tu pamoja na mgeni rasmi. Basi naomba tuzishike kwa pamoja tupate picha. Okay, ngoja wa put on na hizo caps, it's okay. Yeah. Upige picha tukiwa tayari, tutaniambia. Asante sana. Wanafunzi tunaskarudi. Now, Aerolink pamoja na AATO pia wameandaa zawadi kwa ajili ya meza kuu, na nitamwomba sasa CEO wa Aerolink prepare a gift for guests of honor just to show the appreciation and the love. Please, guests of honor, karibu pokee zawadi kutoka Aerolink. Naomba makofi. Thank you very much. They have also prepared one for the rector, Engineer Dr. Prosper Mgaya. Naomba makofi tena. Thank you very much. Also they have prepared one for chairman of the Governing Council. Thank you very much. And the last one is for the Dean of Aviation Faculty, Dr. Mageni, from the sector. Thank you very much. Also have a gift from NIT. NIT, please, for the guest of honor, NIT. The rector, please. For the guest of honor. NIT also have prepared a gift for the CEO of Aerolink. The CEO of Aerolink, please. Also, we prepared one for the CEO of AATO. ATO, okay. very much. Also, ATO, they will be giving gift to the guest of honor. Yes, then for the rector, National Institute of Transport. For the chairman of the Governing Council. And for the Dean of Aviation Faculty, Dr. Magen, please. Thank you very much. Now I'll ask Hajab also to sit for a few minutes as we are going for our group photos. Tutakuwa tunatenda la haraka kwa sababu muda huko na sisi. Niombe tu ombeni kama tunaweka mazingira vizuri hapa kwa ajili ya picha tafadhali.
Honorable Guest of Honor, Director General Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, Salim Msangi, CEO ATO, CEO Aerolink, Chairperson of NIT Governing Council, Professor Ulingeta Mbamba, Director NIT, Engineer Dr. Prosper Mgaya, distinguished guests from EASA, TCAA, Athens Aviation Training Organization, Aerolink Solutions Tanzania, NIT Management Team, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. On behalf of the NIT management and the entire community, I have the honor of giving our vote of thanks on this special event. We would like to thank the government of the United Republic of Tanzania under the strong leadership of our President, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, for unwavering support through World Bank in establishing a regional center of excellence in aviation and transport operations. Honorable Guest of Honor, it is through this center of excellence that we witness today, NIT has graduated and qualified to be approved as Part-66 Examination Centre, EASA, for training and examination center. We would not be here today, Honorable Guest of Honor, without the hard work of TCAA. Thank you very much, Guest of Honor, and the entire TCAA for being so cooperative in supporting us to achieve international standard. Also, thank you so much for granting approval to NIT, the Faculty of Aviation Technology, to train in pilot and the aircraft maintenance, also cabin crew. We thank you very much for that approval. Thank you, Aerolink Solutions Tanzania, Athens Aviation Training Organization, EASA, Air Tanzania, Precision Air, and all aviation stakeholders who made this dream a reality. Last but not least, we also thank the NIT Governing Council under the strong leadership of Professor Ulingeta Mbamba for providing clear guidance and unwavering support. Honorable Guest of Honor, NIT is and will always remain committed in supporting the government efforts in providing sustainable solution in transport sector and especially in the aviation sector as well. As I conclude, honorable guest of honor, once again, thank you everyone for taking time to be here today and for listening. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and would I now like to wish all of you, especially our esteemed guests who have traveled from abroad, a nice stay here in Tanzania, and welcome again to NIT. And also, I wish you a nice flight back home. Have a great day. Asante sana.
Asante sana. As I've said, we are going for group photo. Thank you very much, Deputy Director. Okay, thank you very much. Members of Governing Council, please. Members of NIT Governing Council. Deputy Directors, tutakuwa tunajiandaa. Deputy Directors. Asante. Deputy Directors, please. Karibuni. Thank you. Our invited guests, please. Our invited guests. Wageni wetu waliko wote tunawaomba. Our invited guests, karibuni. Tutaifanya kwa groups pia. Our invited guests. Okay. Asante, nimepewa maelekezo kidogo. Naomba niwaite Aerolink Tanzania Solution. Karibuni kwanza Aerolink. Aerolink Tanzania Solution, karibuni. Okay, thank you very much. Athens Aviation Training Organization, please. Representative from Athens Aviation Training Organization. Thank you very much. Our invited guests from other institutes ambao tuko hapa, naomba tuwakaribishe tafadhali. Karibuni tu, karibuni nyote. NIT Management, tutakuwa tunajiandaa. Aviation instructors pia tutakuwa tunajiandaa. And NIT Management. NIT Management Deans and Directors, please. Mbele uone kama usije kuona mkata ya chiara shauri zako. Okay, asante. Aviation instructors, please. Instructors from School of Aviation, all the instructors. Alafu students tunajiandaa. Thank you. Students, please. Students, aviation students, ambao tuko nao, karibuni. Na kama kuna representative wote wa wanafunzi, karibuni. Thank you very much. That marks the end of our event, na niwapongeze sana na asanteni kwa kuwa pamoja nasi. Ni wakati ambapo waandishi wa habari watakuwa wanafanya mahojiano na mkuu wa chuo pamoja na mgeni rasmi. Niombe sasa waandishi wa habari wale tafadhali tuweze kufanya wakati tunajiandaa kwenda kupata refreshment. Members of the press will have 1 or 2 words with the guest of honor and the Director of the National Institute of Transport, and after that we are going for the refreshment.